So my name is Mariéme Jamme, and I'm the founder of iamtheCODE. I founded iamtheCODE 7 months ago, but I'm a tech entrepreneur, and I've been working in the tech space for 18 years now. And I created iamtheCODE to mobilize government, private sector, and investors to invest in STEM subjects, but more particularly to really look into how we can, by 2030, have 1 million women and girls coders be part of the digital revolution. Actually, I didn't have any career in tech because I didn't go to school. I didn't have any formative education. I became a tech activist and a tech entrepreneur, by accident. So when I was growing up, I never had access to education. Like I said, I'm from Senegal, and had a difficult childhood. But when I was in the UK, I decided that technology was a way of really empowering myself, but also empowering other women across Africa. Not in Africa only, but also in the UK, in the Middle East, and in Asia. And I think it's important that women and girls are part of the conversation when it comes to tech and innovation, because we are consumers. We consume all these technologies, but I think we need to be part of the conversation. So I think one of my intention is to make sure women and girls are part of the platform, the systems we're building, all the apps, the data we're consuming. And we need to be part of that, and I think we can't be excluded in the conversation anymore. That's why I created iamtheCODE. I think the advice I'm going to give to any young women or a young girl wanting to get into science and technology and engineering and maths and art and design, you can actually do it. Now there are 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe it was hard for you to learn, how to code a line of Java or a line of Python. But I think now you can go online, there are so many communities, there are so many organizations learning, teaching young women how to code, but also, try to aim to become a digital leader of tomorrow. In the next 10, 15 years, if you want to have a career with a high level paid job, you can do this work. So there's no shyness in getting into it. Go aggressive, where the men are going, go there. Don't stop yourself. Technology is not just a main conversation. We have amazing women, in the world who've been inventors, they've been designers, they've been creating companies. So there's nothing stopping us, and it's just a bias. Join iamtheCODE or join other organizations that find friends in the sector as well. I would say, speak out in your school, create a community of tech women in your class, in your school, in your organization. Have a breakfast meeting with other women in tech. So nothing really shouldn't stop you to become a tech woman entrepreneur. I think technology, we all know that technology can change lives, right? We know that from, designing a very simple solar power to a DIY kit we have here in our stand, is that anybody can have the technology. But sometimes it's not the technology as such, it's how do you implement it, how do you scale it, how do you grow it, and how do you make sure that marginalized communities, people, refugees, young women, young girls, all around the world have access to the technology. And we are at the Web Summit, which is an amazing event, a place where the best technologies are here, the best innovation guys are here, the best investors are here, having investors, technologists, and people without giving access to, the marginalized communities, we can't build solutions anymore for the elites or for a certain group of people. And so I think as a community from the Web Summit, when we're going home like tonight, we need to make sure that, marginalized communities, young women and girls have access to technology. Like my girls in Uganda or in Senegal or in Afghanistan, wherever you are, women should have access to the technology. So I think my takeaway at the Web Summit is that, let's build amazing solutions, amazing innovations, but let's make it accessible for the marginalized communities as well.